Hi, this is Teacher Jen and welcome again to a new lesson on essential English patterns. So today we will discuss a new pattern, okay? But before we start, I want to ask you, can you still remember the pattern we had last lesson? Okay, tell me what is it? Okay, very good. The pattern are these. I'll give you an example. Are these your books? Okay, isn't it easy? Very good. Okay, so now let's start our new lesson. Today we are going to talk about the pattern number 8. And this pattern is, are you going to? So this pattern is a future tense pattern. Okay, why? Because it is used when you want to say something that you will do in the future. And mind you, you will say this if you are sure, okay, or a little bit sure or almost sure that you're going to do that, okay? And this is, okay, the formula on how to have this kind of pattern. Okay, most of the time we have the subject, that's the you, and then be form, then going to, this one, plus verb. Okay, verb like let's say help and study, and then any other information. Of course, this is not always followed, but it doesn't mean that your grammar is not correct. Okay? It's just that we can remove other words in the pattern. Okay? So let's have some sample sentences for it to be clearer. Okay? Let's go into number 1. Are you going to the party? Are you going to the party? So here in this sentence, we have the word party, and party is a gathering or celebration. It can be a wedding party, a birthday party, or a graduation party. Anyway, okay, this is our formula. We have the subject, you, and then the going to, and then, okay, a noun. Okay, so we can also say, are you going to go to the party? In that case, we have a verb. But nonetheless, both of the sentences are correct. Now, I want to add some more. We have the slang of this pattern, going to. Okay, we can also say gonna. Okay, so in that case, we can say, are you gonna go to the party? So, are you gonna go to the party? Or, are you going to the party? Okay, so this is a slang word or term for this pattern. Okay, now let's go into number 2. Now let's go into number 2. Are you going to work? So just like party, okay, and this is a very easy sentence. Okay, so are you going to work? So that means, are you going to do your job? Okay, and we have the simple pattern here. Or you can also say, are you going to school? Okay, or are you going to the mall? Okay, you can say that, and you can ask this question to your friends. Now let's go into number 3. Are you going to the grocery store? Are you going to the grocery store? Now, grocery store is a store or shop where you can buy things that you need. Okay? Like food supplies or material supplies or things. Okay? So now let's go on to number 4. Are you going to help me with the dishes? Are you going to help me with the dishes? Okay, we have the word dishes, and dishes means plates. And it is where we eat our food. Okay? So this is an idiom that means, are you going to wash the dishes? You can also say, are you going to help me do the dishes? Or are you going to help me wash the dishes? Okay? Or another one, you can say this to your brother or sister. Are you going to help me clean the house? Right? Okay, now let's go into number 5. Are you going to study for your test? Are you going to study for your test? So that means it's an exam. Test is an exam, and you have that in school or university. Okay? Now, I will say my own sentence. Okay? Are you going to attend my birthday party? Okay, because my birthday is very near. So, I'm inviting you. Okay, now it's your turn. What is your sentence? Very good. Isn't it easy? Okay, so now let's have a review and read the following sentences. I want you to memorize them too. Okay, so read together with me. Number 1. Are you going to the party? Are you going to work? Are you going to the grocery store? Are you going to help me with the dishes? Are you going to study for your test? Now, let's go on to the dialogues. Okay, so in dialogue number 1, I will be speaker B, and in dialogue number 2, you would be speaker B. Okay, so let's start with number 1. No, not today. Sure, that would be fun. Very good. How about number 2? I am really worried about my term paper. No, I still have a lot of research to do. Very good. Now let's have some vocabulary here. Term paper is a written work as a student's project. Okay, and of course, if you have a term paper, you need to do research. And research is a systematic way of finding information. Okay, so it's not just, let's say, a definition, one sentence definition or meaning of a word. It's a very, very broad meaning, okay, or information about something. Now, what is library? Library, it's very common. It's a place where you can borrow and read any kinds of reading materials. I love libraries because I love books. How about you? Okay, so now let's go on here, and I want you to review and memorize these sentences again. And don't forget to make your own sentences, okay? Also, don't forget that you can use this slang form of our pattern, okay? Because native speakers always use this one, okay? So now, because this is the end of our lesson, okay? So this is Teacher Jen saying goodbye, and see you on our next lesson. Goodbye!